Hi everyone, it's Matt
And Trish.
from Game Night. We just wanted to give you some options of things to do while you're in self-isolation during the COVID crisis.
So we've been both at our homes for over a week now?
Yeah.
So that makes gaming a little bit hard to do. But we found ways.
One of the ways we found is a game on Steam called Tabletop Simulator. It costs about $20 and it generates a table for you to play various games that they have made mods for. For example, we played one of our favorites called Red Dragon Inn.
Basically what it does is it gives you all of the cards, it gives you tokens, it gives you the playmat and everything that you're going to need. But it doesn't run the game for you, it just puts them there on the screen and you use your mouse or keys or whatever you want to do to move the pieces around, to shuffle the deck, to deal the cards out, and you just play as if you were sitting around the table.
And we found it was the closest experience to actually being in a room with your friends, because there are no limits to what you do. We found we started losing whose turn it was, so we created a token called the Turn Bear, and that we passed to each person as our turn ended.
Yes. Now, we also had headsets on so we could hear each other and talk to each other. You start that through Steam and you have a voice chat going. If for some reason you can't do that through tabletop, you can get on your phone and talk to somebody while you're playing. We had one player the first night we played, though. Jonathan did not have his microphone working, so he could hear us, but we couldn't hear him. So he actually had to pick up pieces on the table and kind of shake them around to get our attention when he wanted to tell us something. So it's best if you can have some way to talk to each other.
And that's what we found, that it was after a night of gaming, it was very similar to be able to talk to each other and just play a game that we knew well. If you don't know the rules to the game, though, they don't provide that for you.
That's right, it doesn't play the game for you. But Tabletop Simulator, I noticed, I was playing around with it, it has regular decks of cards. You can just play cards, you can play poker if you want. I think they have chips and things you can use. You can take out parts of the deck and play euchre. I have a friend that was asking me about that. You can actually physically take out some of those cards and just play with the euchre deck. I think they had backgammon and checkers and chess and... there's a lot of games that actually come with the program, but then you can download any of these mods. How many were there, Matt?
In the board game section, there were 14,000 versions of various board games.
Just type in the name of a game you like and search, and it'll probably be there.
Yeah, everything from Last Night on Earth to zombies to Cards Against Humanity.
Risk,
and
Monopoly.
Even, we thought it might be in bad taste, but we're thinking about next week playing Pandemic.
Yeah. Now, we tried a different game last night. A different game platform instead of Tabletop Simulator. We were playing on something called RS Games, which is actually designed, I think it's designed for people with, is it designed for the visually impaired, or is it just the people that told us about it that used it?
It is designed. It's designed for the visually impaired.
It is, okay.
So what it does is we played Cards Against Humanity, and we joined a game and with a friend of ours who is visually impaired. And what it did is, on his screen, it would read off the question and the cards in his hand. So he could continue playing with us. And much like we did with Red Dragon Inn on Steam, we had a voice chat going so we could talk to each other while we were in our separate homes, and he had us coming through his speakers of his computer, and the text-to-speech operator was coming through his headphones.
Right. So in order to do any of these audio chats, you can use your phone, you can use Facebook chat, WhatsApp, Skype, FaceTime, Discord, all sorts of options. Some of them have video options, some don't. It depends what you need it to do. Brandon was telling us last night, he's the guy that he's our friend that is visually impaired, so we were getting his take on how to do things with these platforms. he plays role-playing games using Discord to talk to each other, and rolls.org, so ROLZ.org, to have a random dice generator when they do their dice. And then they do their role-playing game audio style.
And I think that's one of the things that you can do to keep yourself occupied while you're stuck at home for who knows how many more weeks. Is, get some friends together, start a game. If you've never played Dungeons and Dragons or a role-playing game, this is the perfect time to start.
Yeah.
And if you know what you're doing, you can try one of these platforms like Discord or Tabletop Simulator, because with Tabletop it also gives you a lot of little virtual minis if you wanted to create a battle on your tabletop. Right. And it's just, as long as everybody is on the same page of what you're doing, any of these platforms would be good for you.
Yep. Yeah, obviously, being our game night group, we are very social people, and we are not doing well with being self-isolated. But we've done all of these games. We've also done virtual pub night, where we all just made our own dinner and then sat down with a video chat and ate together. It's the next best thing to actually go into the pub together. Or, of course, you can be... Sorry?
I found the Facebook chat for the virtual pub night perfect.
Yeah, it was great.
Flawlessly.
You can add a video component to that or not. It's up to you.
Because somebody didn't think she looked good enough to be on camera, but we're not going to mention any names.
Somebody had been working from home all day without getting showered or changed, so didn't want to be on camera. Yes, where you see me sitting right now is where I've been working all day, every day for the past 7, 8, 9 days. I'm not sure how long now. Days have lost all meaning. I think it's the weekend now.
So now every day is a Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, I still have work to do today anyway, so yeah. But for now... right. The one other thing you can do, if you are not so much a board game player, but more into video games, you could be just like my daughter. She hasn't left her room in, I think, over 2 weeks. Of course, you could be like my daughter, who hasn't emerged from her room for 2 weeks. At least. What are you playing?
Overwatch.
Cool. How long have you been playing?
All day and all of yesterday and all of the day before. The day before that I played Animal Crossing. It's different.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't count.
What day is it?
Saturday, March 28th.
Okay, you had to look. Awesome. Thank you. Meanwhile, everybody stay safe, stay healthy.
And stay home.
But you can still stay social. Social distancing, electronic style.
And once this social isolation is over and the quarantine is over, we're currently working on editing our latest project. So look forward to that being up soon.
Yeah, as soon as Matt and I are allowed to be in the same room together again, we can finish editing that project. Okay, great. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.